What should one do in their 20s to avoid regrets in 30s and 40s? Always know that change is an option. Many people, myself included, start down a path and think that since I committed to that path, it's the only path for me. Don't get caught in that thought process. If a choice, career, location, relationship, etc. doesn't feel right down the road, know you can make a new one. It may be uncomfortable at first, but you can make it through, and likely for the better. A friend was a TA at a top 3 business school. Described his sole job to be teaching MBA students not to succumb to sunk cost mentality. Apparently that's a $100K a year piece of advice. And to add to that, don't feel bad when you do. I switched careers after over a decade in my first career and was so worried I'd be perceived as a failure. I wasn't at all, it just was a dying industry, that I held off doing it, but it was the best choice I ever made. Yes. I'm 32 and currently trying to get out of a decent paying job because it's boring as frick and there's no career ladder or challenging aspect to it. It's also the longest I've ever been at a job, but I'm just so complacent and hate that. But I've recently started applying for jobs that put me at square one elsewhere. Better now than in a couple more years when I might have even more responsibilities that make the pay cut unthinkable. Don't get into credit card debt. And more fundamental, don't spend money you don't have, period. This will F up your life as much, if not more, than smoking or drinking or crappy eating, etc. You can be taught how credit cards work, and it can still be hard to wrap your brain around, until it's too late. Important to note though, that if you must get into credit card debt, life can be cruel sometimes, then know the best ways to pay it off over time and set a schedule for yourself. Then stick to it. The minimum payments will kill you in the long run, but sometimes it's the best you can do, and that's okay. Credit card debt can save people from being homeless, take care of a medical emergency, help get more time with their kids, etc. Sometimes it's okay to, but one thing that will help your mental health, too. Just know your limits and stop at one. Then make a plan to pay it off the way that works best for you and do it. Read up on how credit cards work, and understand that interest is the killer. Remember, calculating interest isn't simple, and creditors make money off your inability to calculate totals over time. 20% interest on a $100 payment isn't $20 when you pay the minimum. It can, and in most cases, be significantly more than that. And each month, that unpaid balance gets the interest added, and then you're on the hook for more money than you planned. People saying credit card debt is stupid have never faced serious life issues that require help when nobody else can help you. Just remember that creditors depend on you failing to help yourself. Do your research and look at how much it will cost in the long run. Drink enough water. Take care of your back. This needs to be higher up. No one ever thinks about their back, but it's so easy to mess it up, and it can be bad. Water is crazy important. Had a friend who was constantly dehydrated back in his 20s. Started developing kidney stones before 30, was on dialysis by the time he was 35. He didn't make it to 40. Drink water. Moisturize, or you'll crack faster. 3 minor lessons black people taught me that I hold dear: moisturize, use a rag to wash skin. Nothing else works as well. White socks make me look like a freaking dork. Sunscreen. Long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proved by scientists. Taking care of your body in general. People, generalized, not universal, eat without abandon early life. Whether it's in excess or just bad for you types of food, it will catch up with you. Exercise. Even lightly once a week. Just do something. Stretch too. Yoga is great. Some won't try it cause of the stigma, but just do it at home with YouTube videos or something. Learn to life correctly. That one is serious. Get sleep. Don't think because you can run on 3 hours of sleep that you should. It has effects on your mind and body long term. Get checkups. Dentistry, vision, medical, therapy if you need. Just do it. Once a year minimum. You could catch something serious early without even knowing you have it. Learn how to budget. Even if it's just a simple Excel or Google Sheets file with one column of income and one of expenses. When you see everything you buy in a month next to each other, you realize where you can save money pretty well. I think this is the ultimate tool for budgeting terms of flexibility, organization, ease of use, integrations, customization, etc. I've used Mint and a few others. Tiller is by far my favorite. https://www.tiller.com. Go see your favorite musical acts when they are young, together, and or alive. And not selling out to frick you price arena tours. This a good one. Didn't expect anyone to say this. So true though, makes me wish I saw Linkin Park with Chester still alive. Or The Prodigy with Keith. Invest in yourself by making healthy choices both physically and financially. Included in this, learn to cook. Learn how to be independently happy. Came here to say this. You're the only one responsible for your happiness. Don't rely on others to feel a basic human emotion you can find within yourself. Don't smoke. Don't drink every day, exercise, eat healthy. Save your $sign and invest. Don't marry crazy regardless of how good the ex is. Note, everything here is gender neutral. Some serious wisdom right here. As far as the last one though, some people are really good at hiding their craziness until they get married. Then the facade slowly comes off and you're left wondering who the hell this crazy person you married really is. Life is short. When you're 20, it feels like 40 is really far off. After all, that's twice as long as you've lived. It's not. It's right around the corner, and even then, you're only halfway through your life. Take care of your body. You're tough now, but all that abuse will catch up with you. Drama is a success killer. If anyone has a habit of starting drama, drop them from your life now. No one is so important that they are worth being dragged down into that pit. Live off of less than 80% of your take-home pay if possible. Take 10% of that, drop it into savings and another 10% and put it in investments. Have a plan. Doesn't matter what the plan is, and it doesn't matter if it changes, but make a plan. Don't just go through life day to day aimlessly doing what feels good in the moment. Decide what you want and go get it. You will stumble. Some people will call it failure, but as long as you keep moving forward, you're in better shape than most. Eat twice as many vegetables as you are now. I know you think you're eating enough, but you're not. And drink some water, for hydro's sake. Make sure that if you have a relationship with someone, you actually nail down the long-term goals and agree on them. Like kids? How exactly will that work? Marriage? Find your deal breakers and take them seriously. From 20-30 the time really flies and you don't want to miss it. Start saving for retirement. It's never too early, even a little bit helps. This, pay yourself first. Have money taken out of your paycheck and directly into your retirement funds before it even gets to your checking account. I guarantee you won't miss it, and the magic of compound interest over the 40+ years you'll be working will help it to grow into a nice little nest egg for your later years. I've maxed out my IRA every year since 1986, and I can now afford to not work. It's so nice. Protect your hearing. Wear earplugs at concerts and don't always crank up the music in your car. Hearing is pretty rad, and there is nothing punk about hurting yourself and not being able to enjoy what you love. I don't get how people can go to concerts or work at music venues without hearing protection. They're so damn loud. And you see kids at these things. Like man, nothing like destroying your hearing when you're 16, right? Wear that ear pro, kids, and if anyone tells you otherwise, go and punch them. Stretch daily. Exercise regularly, not just for physical health but for mental health too. Learn how to cook and eat healthy. You'll save money and your body will appreciate it. Cultivate your hobbies and find new ones. Lots of things can make us happy, but just consuming media gets old. Being creative can be really fulfilling. Seek out and or retain social friendships. College is over, and you probably won't see a lot of those people very much anymore. Don't be afraid to look around for meetup groups or events in your area to meet new people. Lots of people want to chime in about creating good spending habits and saving money investing, so I'm just gonna add that one here as well. Also, while I'm here, let's add being politically active as well. I didn't start caring about politics until my mid-20s, and I regret not having become more engaged early on. Regardless of how you plan on voting, check out vote.org if you are an American citizen and aren't registered, or to check if you are too. Might be a little late at this point in the game, but I'm gonna shamelessly plug it anyway. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment.